realizing I've been talking to myself and I wasn't recording. Guys! Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl MISO, back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel, fam. Those of you who do not know me, hi, my name is MISO. I am a medical student at the University of Lusaka and an aspiring content creator. So today's video is a long anticipated one, and the reason why it took me so long is even though we've been open for a month now, I'm only now starting to feel like my room is complete and the way that I want it to look. So yeah, I had to wait until I felt like my room was the way I wanted it to be before I could give anybody a tour of my space, because for obvious reasons, I just feel like I would rather show you guys a complete room than just showing you guys like an incomplete space. But yeah, my room is now done. For now at least. I'm pretty sure I will continue to add things over time, but right now it's like done to the point where I can safely say, like, if people come into my room, I'll be like, yeah, this is basically the vibe of my room. So I'm okay with showing you guys the room now. Before we get into it, I just wanted to say that like this room is like 1 year's worth of work in progress, guys. I feel like a lot of people ask me like, how do you decorate your room? What do you do when you're decorating spaces, etc, etc, etc. And honestly, I would advise you, don't wait to buy things like decor in bulk. Buy things little by little over a certain period of time and keep accumulating those things, and then eventually everything will come together nicely, because that's what I did. Because I don't have the money to just be buying everything that I want in bulk, I had to buy things little by little by little. And like the final pieces actually of this room arrived today, and it was like 4 things that I had bought from Shein, and then I buy another little like batch of things, and then another little batch of things. Another thing that I would advise you to do, buy things at the place where it's like really cheap, but the things look bougie enough for people to think like it's expensive. You know what I mean? Like look expensive and feel expensive without being expensive. Like basically fake it till you make it, because I can tell you right now the price of the things in my room, it's not even a lot, but it looks really nice because I was buying things like from sources where I know that like if I have a really good eye for what could go well together, even if it's not necessarily pretty on its own, it will look pretty with other things. Or I go on Pinterest and look for inspo and then like incorporate it into my own vision and find a place to get those things for cheap. So places like Shein, Golden Oakland. If you're in SA, Pep Home is a plug, like an actual plug, because what? Yeah, stuff like that. Like buy places and things where they're like very affordable, and then like accumulate them over time and then put them together in a nice way so that everything looks good. And that would be my advice. By the end of this video, by the way, after I show you guys the room, I'm going to be talking about living on campus and off campus. For those of you who don't know, when I first arrived at uni last, like first year, first semester, very first time here, I really feel like I was living on campus and I was having the time of my life because all my friends were on campus, and I never really had to worry about where I was going to stay because I was just on campus. I was close to all my classes, etc, etc. I'll talk about the advantages later, but yeah, now that I'm in second year, uni lesson, yeah, you're not a priority anymore. We're going to prioritize the newer students, so it's really difficult to get accommodation on campus, so I had to move off campus. And now that I've experienced both, I'm going to give you guys a list of like advantages and disadvantages, what I prefer, what I don't like, what I like, and hopefully it will help you guys, if you haven't already, decide like, should I be on campus, should I be off campus, and also hopefully like you guys understand why I prefer one over the other, which I will be talking about later. Let's get into the video. So the first part of my room is the desk area. I put a lot of effort into this space because this is where I spend a lot of time, because I do spend most of my time studying, because guys, medicine is not easy. As you can see, I was doing bones before I filmed, but yeah, I have this thing that I use to organize all my highlighters and pens, and of course a diffuser so that the place smells really good. I did film this before and after I finished decorating it. So this was like the wall before I added the headset holder and the butterflies. I also have a whiteboard and a study checklist just so that I can stay organized. I do spend a lot of time on here, so it's really important for me to feel very organized. I have a wall where I keep all my favorite Bible verses just to encourage myself, not just for studying but for life in general. And I hold my headset up there, and I just wanted this space to really feel cozy and sweet so that it can motivate me to study. Next is the bed. Obviously this is my favorite part of the room simply because I love to sleep. I don't think you guys understand. This is my safe haven. Also say hi to Moody. I really feel like I love the viney feel that it has, because it's like light and airy and like clean girl aesthetic, but also not really. Also, I don't have a side table, so I had to improvise with a chair because they broke my side table when like moving my things to the apartment. But I guess I made it work. Honestly, I'm proud of myself. So the closet space is not as much as I would have loved it to be, simply because I have so much stuff. But this is where I keep all my clothes and bags and suits and shoes and all of that nice stuff. This is also where I keep my makeup and girly items. And then we go into the kitchen, which is basically where I do all my cooking. I really love the kitchen space because it's small enough for it to make sense for one person, but large enough for it to work. I got those labels for my spices from Shein, and I keep all my pasta and rice in tin organizers so that I can cook depending on what kind of pasta I want. I also have a stovetop kettle, which I think is more convenient than the electric one. It also uses less electricity, and I can use it on the gas stove that I'm going to install very soon. I just really wanted my kitchen to look as cute as the rest of the apartment, because I feel like just because it's a kitchen does not mean it should be plain and boring, you know what I mean? So I put vines on the cupboards as well, and I like that I can look out into like the lot from the window, so it feels really airy. This is where I keep all my cutleries and kitchen essentials in the drawers. I also keep foodstuffs and items in these drawers simply because it's really convenient and it helps me stay organized. This is where I keep my pots and all my handy dandy things. I also have this cupboard where I store a bunch of MISO, because if you know, you know, it's the best drink ever. So yeah. And then under the sink is where I keep all the cleaning utensils and essentials, etc, etc. And here is where I keep my cups and my plates and my bowls and more cooking essentials and life essentials. I really feel like I like that I can be organized and keep all my things in different spaces. And I keep my potatoes on top of my fridge simply because I feel like that makes the most sense. So I went grocery shopping quite recently, and that is the only reason why this fridge seems so stocked. Do not think this is a normal occurrence, okay? This is a once in a blue moon when I decide to invest in my health and in my eating. This is where I keep everything. I love that I have a drawer for snacks because I can't study without snacks. So yeah, this is where I keep all my foodstuffs, and that's the kitchen. Next is the bathroom, which is its own space and has its own door. I love that it's like all white and silver and shiny. It really gives off, again, this whole apartment's vibe seems to be like very clean, very easy to decorate. I can say that because everything was already so nice, so it wasn't that difficult to work with. I was also working with getting stuff that was white to match the interior of
the bathroom, which I think I did a good job at. This is where I keep all my toiletries and supplies, my skincare. Y'all, I love the African Extracts line. I don't know, guys, I can't be the only one. I've been using it since last year and it's doing wonders for my skin. I just feel like it's the heat that then messes with me, but otherwise, yeah, more vines, because at this point I'm obsessed. And if we go into the shower, I love how cutesy this shower looks. Come on, guys. But yeah, I got this shower caddy shelf thing where I can keep all my showering essentials, and that's basically the bathroom. So this is the outside, which I also think is cute. And at night, this is basically what the room looks like, which is my favorite time of day because it's so nice, especially when you're reading like a novel in this atmosphere. Hey guys, okay, so that is pretty much the end of the room tour. I really hope you guys liked it. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys thought it was cute, because I really put a lot of effort into making this space as comfortable and as vibey as I could, and I'm really proud of it. But like, let me know if you guys think the same or if I'm being delusional, because you never know. Like, you'll be thinking it's cute and everyone else is like, what is that? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Before I do end the video, I did promise I would compare living on campus and off campus. So living on campus was really fun because all my friends were living on campus at the same time, so it really was like real like university vibes. We would cook at any time, hang out at any time. Like, we would take walks at night, hang out by the bleachers. Like, it was really fun. And I also enjoyed the fact that like both of the roommates that I did have were completely amazing. Even till today, I consider them like my sisters and I love them so much. So I never really had issues with my roommates. My room had hot water, although I am told that like some rooms on campus do not have hot water. But at the time when I was staying on campus, my room had hot water and electricity issues were not as bad as they are now. It was really nice. But I was sharing a room because I was in a double self-contained. So I did have a roommate, if you guys do remember like my older videos, and I did not have my own space. So we're sharing a bathroom, and the kitchen was a communal kitchen, which I didn't like because people were messy. Sometimes the kitchens would just be dirty. People would leave food in the sinks. There were cockroaches. Some floors had rats. Yeah, but it was really convenient as well because you could go from class to your room because that was a walking distance. You're on campus, so I could take a nap, go for class. In between my classes, I could go take another nap or hang out in my room, then go. Or I could wake up like 30 minutes before my next class and still be on time, which was really, really convenient. I think being on campus, the main advantage is convenience, and if you're with a bunch of friends, it's also really fun. However, being on campus has disadvantages. Again, there's a lot of sharing involved. Even if you do have your own room, which I didn't have, you'll still be sharing a kitchen, and people can be messy. People coming from different homes and backgrounds. I got lucky, but I hear a lot of stories about like horror roommates and all that stuff. So yeah, there's advantages and disadvantages, I guess. However, when it comes to staying off campus, one thing I have noticed is how peaceful it is if you find a really good place. I was really lucky that I found a good place, but some people like opt for boarding houses. Some people opt for apartments, like studio apartments like this, like for students, because I stay at like a student complex. So yeah, it's not a house, it's like a complex for students where there's like little mini rooms with your own kitchen and bathroom. So yeah, there's that. And then there's like actually going to a house and like sharing it with people. So I feel like if you're going to stay off campus, one advantage, especially if you have your own space, is like it's quiet. I have my own space.
I personally really like that I can like pray and exercise in my own space and not feel some type of way. I also like that I can study late into the night and not worry about the light and disturbing somebody else. I can cook and it's my own space, so my kitchen is almost always clean. Same thing with the bathroom. There's always hot water where I stay and there's solar. So I'm really comfortable, and I like that because I have my own room, I could personalize it, which just really made it like really not like I would not go back to campus if I had the option, simply because I got lucky enough to find a place that is so nice that even if you offered me a single self-contained room on campus, I would not go, because I'm really liking like how serene it is and how serious the environment is as well. Like, it's quiet but friendly. The management here is friendly and helpful. I have my own space, water, kids. Like, I really like it. However, there are like boarding houses and stuff off campus, and the experience is not exactly the same. And I feel like if you were to choose between a boarding house and staying on campus, I would choose staying on campus based off of personal experience. I'm not gonna get into that one, but if you're like me, I would rather stay on campus than a boarding house if you had the choice. However, if it's like an apartment or a house where you have your own space, I would choose that rather than staying on campus, as long as you are not far away from the school, because transport and distance and the walks and stuff, it's not nice. Where I stay, it's close enough to the school to be okay, but too far for me to walk. And again, I'm just really fortunate that I can drive to school, but that's not a lot of people's cases. And it's really important that like you are at a place that either offers transport or is close enough for you to be able to get to the school without a hassle, because staying far away from the school is a mistake, also from experience. Like, I've been in and out of places looking for the perfect place, and I finally found one. So my advice is boarding house versus the school, go to the school. Apartment versus the school, stay in an apartment. House versus the school, stay in the house as long as it is close to the school. Yeah. So I really feel like living off campus is better than staying on campus. Also because on campus can be really rigid, and if you're a medical student, the noise of being on campus can be very annoying, especially during exam season, because we write exams at different times than the business students. So they'll be making noise and playing speakers and doing all kinds of things in the middle of the night, and you're trying to study. Like, it's not a pleasant experience. Also, I feel like a lot of people have been asking me where I stay. Unfortunately, I can't divulge that information on the internet for safety reasons. So just so that's not awkward, guys, please stop asking me. However, there are people at the school who work with like this department that helps students, especially international students, find accommodation both on campus and off campus. So I will link them down below in the description. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I don't know if you can tell, but now I've got bags under my eyes. It is quite late now. I think it's like 2 a.m. I've got class tomorrow and I have to edit this video and upload it tomorrow. So I'm clearly like, I'm just tired. Like I'm out of it. Like I'm not here. But yeah, the things I do for content, guys, if I don't get monetized. Anyway, I really hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to join the Chan fam if you hadn't already, and make sure your post notifications are on so that every time I post a video it shows up on your FYP period. I will see you guys next week Friday.